Almost all smartphone users have a common complaint that battery just doesn't last as long as they like. But sometimes the phone's not to blame. Here to explain it all for us, Stephen Miano, owner of That Computer Store in Irmo. And Stephen, I'm always the one complaining about this because I have to travel with my charger everywhere that I go.
Exactly, yeah. You might as well have it in a little holster.
Right.
Exactly. You know, I got a new phone, and I was speaking to a gentleman yesterday, Joe, a customer at the store, and
Hey,
he has
Joe.
this brand. Hey, Joe, he has this brand new phone, super awesome. And it occurred to me that a month ago I had a brand new phone, and now my battery, I don't even make it through a day. You know,
You're right.
Why is that? So I started doing a little bit of research, and apps are in large part to blame. We were talking about Facebook and some others, you know, before the segment, and apps are a big part of it, but there is actually more to it than that.
Well, you know, see, with modern phones, what should we expect from our average smartphone battery?
Well, manufacturers say you're going to get 5 hours of talk time, and you know,
lies, innuendo. No,
exactly.
That's not the truth.
See, well, and you will if you aren't running any apps. Your brightness is set to low, your Wi-Fi is turned off, and
who's going to do that?
Right, and you're camped out under a cell tower. You'll get 5 hours of talk time.
Okay.
But in the real world, not so much. Wi-Fi is a big drain.
Of course.
Bluetooth is a big drain.
Yeah.
Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, and actually, especially if you have an iPhone, Facebook is one of the biggest culprits. iPhones now have a feature that is multitasking. It's basically always on apps. Instead of putting an app on suspend when you're not using it, some of these apps can run all the time. Social media and stuff like that. Facebook, yeah, big time.
Now I have two phones. I have a Samsung, and then I have, you know, we have the work phone, which is an iPhone. And I've noticed that the Samsung, by the time the show is over, I'm on 27%.
Yeah, you've probably burned through a lot of that battery in just a few hours.
Right, and I'm like, I've only been here 4 or 5 hours now.
Yeah. Social media. Okay. Big one.
Like Twitter, of course, we're always tweeting.
Twitter, Facebook, also anything that uses GPS. A lot of people use the Waze app for, you know, reporting traffic and things like that. Those are really bad. GPS uses a ton of juice.
How about games?
Games, holy shnikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angry Birds, angry battery. Yeah.
I like that. Angry Birds, angry battery. Yeah.
And that is a big thing. You know, video streaming. Those are processor and phone intensive applications.
So Stephen, what can you do? Because for me, for instance, everywhere I go, even if I'm going to the mall or someplace, sometimes I plug into the wall unit just to charge my phone a little bit.
You're tethered. You might as well just have a big curly cord, you know, like the old school big phones. Well, turn off Wi-Fi if you're going to be in an area where there is no Wi-Fi. Because, like, say you're driving from point A to point B, your phone's going to be looking for Wi-Fi networks to latch onto.
It does.
And as it pulls, that uses more juice. Bluetooth, just turn it off. If you're not using it, turn it off, because the same thing. It's always going to be looking for, hey, are there any Bluetooth devices for me to connect to? Just turn all that stuff off.
You mentioned the light too.
Yeah, if you can turn your brightness down, and a lot of new phones now have auto brightness, but if you can turn your brightness down, that helps. Powering the screen, it sucks a lot of juice.
Stephen, it really does. I'm telling you, I feel so.
This one's for you, friend. And also, you know, if you have email, Twitter, social media, if you can turn those apps off when you're not using them, tweak the settings to only check every 15 minutes if you have a problem with your battery. Because those constantly pulling the internet is that really hurts your battery life. And also, if you're in an area with really bad cell phone reception, that will decimate your battery. So like here in the studio, where if the reception's not super great, like there's one room at my house that if I leave my phone there, the battery's dead in 3 hours because it's spending the whole time just gasping for signal.
Gasping for signal.
Help me. So.
Stephen Miano, some good stuff this morning there.
Yes, thank you.
Stephen, thank you so much for that. Folks, good day. Columbia will be back after this.